Hear me out, guys. We are here in Estonia, the city of Tallinn.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by some 3 other crazy musketeers.
That's us.
And I'm not even sure what I'm about to say, but
The wise.
but the point is, we want to tell you everything we are learning here, so that you can learn something, and you can tell somebody else and somebody else and somebody else.
I love it.
Okay? So, my takeaways for today. I was reminded of something that Steve Ballmer said. This is the former CEO of Microsoft. He was asked, what is the one word that you can use to describe wealth? And he said, creativity.
Oh. Okay.
Creativity.
Okay. Okay.
The city of Tallinn, they call it the testbed of innovation. This is where people come to experiment their ideas. There is one example they gave.
Yeah.
These guys, they came with a noise management solution.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And they discovered something very interesting, because the reason why this place is known as a testbed of innovation is because they've simulated they've simulated the city. So you can come in and test your idea in almost a very real environment.
Right.
So they discovered something very interesting. Every day at 5:22 a.m., the noise would spike up. And they tried to figure out what was it. And they discovered that 5:22 a.m. is when people started sweeping the streets. So it was causing noise.
Yeah.
That was really amazing.
Yeah.
But the thing is this, if you want to be creative, you need to create a safe space to test your ideas.
Right. Wow. That's good.
Test bed of innovation.
That's a nice one.
That's a nice one. You love it.
Fastest one.
No. I think there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Cash flows.
Cash flow.
Cash flows. Creativity breeds cash flows.
Creativity boosts cash flows.
We visited the game dev.
Yeah.
Yep.
Game dev.
Yep.
Game dev.
Yep.
Game dev.
Game development.
Yeah.
And one statistic stood out for me.
Yeah.
The gamers, the biggest fraction of the biggest proportion of gamers were between 45 years and 64 years. And I was like, wait a minute,
How?
Truth. It's
what
true.
are the what are the young guys doing? What are the young guys doing? So we realized, because most of the people here, 1 out of 10 people here are entrepreneurs.
Right.
By the time they are 45 years, their businesses are stable, they have cash flows, and they just show up in the office, they make sure everything is okay, they go back home. What do?
Have time.
They are there.
That's what it is. That's the spoon. I
Cash
see it.
flows, cash flows, cash flows.
Creativity and cash flows. I see that.
And the third one,
You're thinking a lot today, man.
creativity creates rest. The best creativity must lead to rest.
Wow, the best creativity.
The best creativity must lead to rest. If you have an idea and it does not lead you to rest, then you'll work until you die.
Bro.
So these guys, when their women give birth, they not only register their children from their hospital bed, even the father,
Yes.
but they even they start their leave for 1.5 years, paid leave, 1.5 years.
Wow.
Not just the woman, even the man has a choice.
Wow.
Guys, creativity must lead you to rest.
Wow.
Those are good ones, man.
The last one.
Yeah.
The president of this country
Called
is
Karis.
called Karis. He's a Kenyan. He's a Kenyan. Pass the spoon. Pass the spoon. Pass the spoon.
All right. I have a lot. Like this guy, Pius, he has a lot. But I'm going to be very brief today. I see children around, and I've seen lots of children around. But the statistic here is that the population of Estonia has stagnated. It's not going to grow big. It's not going to go small.
Right.
They are just, just reproducing themselves. So I'm thinking to them, well, how are they going to be in 20 years from now? Their population is going to be decreasing. They're a country of 1.3 million.
That's right.
Yep.
So when they're building businesses, they're not building businesses for 1.3. They are building businesses for the rest of the world.
Yep.
8 billion people.
8 billion people.
I love it.
Yeah.
So Pius was telling me, telling us this yesterday,
Yep.
that they are a rich family with one child. Whereas for us, we are a poor family with many kids. So I think the thing that I'm learning here is to build, just don't build for yourself.
Yep.
Build for others.
Yeah.
That is how you will scale.
How you scale.
Pass the spoon.
Pass the spoon. There's a book that's going to come out. It's going to be written by somebody who was on this trip. The book's going to be called Golden Threads.
Golden thread.
Golden Threads.
Yes.
And the book is going to be about the power of choice.
I was in that conversation.
You were in that conversation?
Yes.
That's what's up. Let me give you a hand, because these my brothers are smart and they're going to help you with the business choices. But at the end of the day, the choices that you make are more important than the motivation that you get. When a person makes a choice today,
Yeah.
the reverberation of that choice
Yeah.
will hit their children, their children's children, and their children's and their children's children's children. And a lot of people who are watching this video
Yeah.
are making choices that are hitting their children, their children's children, and their children's children badly. You need to decide right now the repercussions of the choice you make. You have to calibrate the decisions you're making. What are you winning? What are you losing? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to invest in? Because at the end of the day, it comes down to that choice. And if you get that choice right, your children, your children's children, and your children's children's children will win.
Wow.
But if you get it wrong, all of them lose.
All of them.
Pass the spoon.
Pass the spoon. Mazé, today you're
Bro,
zen, man.
I know. That girl said that thing and left me feeling, pass the spoon. I've got two things to say. There's a saying that says that the grass is green on the other side.
Yeah.
Can you see the greener grass here? Can you see the greener grass here?
It looks white.
I'm being honest. Can you see the greener grass here? We're on the other side. The whole of today we have done a lot and gone to a lot of different places. In the morning went to the Estonia Chamber of Commerce. We've gone to security, cyber security conversations. We went to the mall, and at the end of the day we went to a whole game development center. The one thing that I noticed from that place on every single conversation that I was having with the different people there is that they were looking at our grass. They were looking at our grass. We at home have a tendency to always look at the grass being greener on the other side, not knowing that our grass is so amazing.
They were actually asking.
They were all asking about entering into our space so that they can have a piece of our grass. And for me, the best conversations that I had today, despite all of these different places that I had, was with the Kenyans that I sat with in the bus as we moved or walked with. And I was just like, oh my God, you're telling me we could have started this show Pass the Spoon in Kenya.
That's true.
But I took you for granted, you for granted, and you for granted. Or maybe my eyes hadn't even seen the potential of what it is that we could be creating at home.
That's true, man.
I don't need to leave my geographical boundaries. Because the grass that we have
Is also green.
is green, and it is not a 50 by 100.
Because the grass
That grass has acres and acres and acres.
You know the grass is green where
It's
you
not like a
water
prot.
My guy, Kenya is an amazing Africa is an amazing nation. You're talking about those guys building for more people.
Yes.
Those guys are looking at everybody else's grass and trying to get there.
Yeah.
We have grass that we need to begin to water, look at, grow on, and enjoy.
That's
And you know what I'm going to do today? Today I'm going to pass the mic. Pass the mic?
Pass the
spoon.
Pass the spoon. Pass the spoon. I'm passing the spoon to you, and I'm challenging you. What is it that you're sitting on? What is it that you can start doing today, right now, where you are? You know what I want you to do? Write it in the comments, and hold on, it doesn't end there. Tag somebody and pass the spoon to them. And you know what? Put a spoon emoji. Do you know why? Because when we pass the spoon, we can all eat.
Everyone got